Hey, it's Will from Too Much Gaming here at ESGS 2015. I'm here with Chris from Boomzap Games, and whoa, I don't know what that was, but your new game here, Legends of Fire and Steel. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing great. Thanks for stopping by.
Awesome. So, tell us a little bit about this game. What is the concept, and what's the idea behind it?
I mean, the basic idea behind the game is it's a real strategy game in a casual setting.
Right.
And the sort of background behind it is, as developers, we always loved games like Heroes of Might, Magic, Civilization, Diplomacy, and we wanted to make a game that scratched the same itch as those sort of games, but they just take too long, right? And we wanted something that we could play in a shorter period of time, and also importantly, something we could play on a PC or play on an iPad, right?
Right.
Because I work for a living, and at the end of a day of sitting at a computer, the last thing I want to do is sit at a computer and play a game. I want to sit back on my bed or lay back on my couch and mess around with a casual game, but the casual games really didn't satisfy my need for a strategy game.
Right.
So we put this together. You can see it's got the same sort of look and feel of a strategy game. It kind of looks like those old cloth maps that came
It
with
does,
Ultima.
yeah. Like those, I miss those really.
Yeah, and that was the feel. I wanted it to look like a Dungeons and Dragons map when you opened it up, right? So all of these different territories. Here's my hero, right? And you can see Chris Burr. He's a big bear, right? And he's got some units with him, right? And I can look at what each one of these units have. They have an attack value. They have a defense value. They have their own little special abilities. And importantly, they attack in one of two phases: melee or missile, right? And I'll get back to that in a minute. So anyway, when I want these guys to move around, let's say I want to move him down to this territory, I drag him down here. And here you see something really important.
Okay.
He doesn't move yet.
Right.
And the reason he doesn't move yet is because this is a simultaneous multiplayer turn-based game.
Right.
And what that means is, while I'm busy planning my moves right now, and I'm playing single player right now, but I could be playing multiplayer. Look exactly like this. While I'm planning what I'm doing up here, down here, this guy's planning what he's doing. So he doesn't have to wait for me. It's not hot seat, right?
Right.
So while we're figuring this out, and if this were multiplayer, after about a minute or so, a little timer would tell me like, hey, everybody's waiting for you, get on with it, right? And so I got to do my move relatively quickly.
Yeah.
But it's not a speed-based game. It's not like a real-time sim, right? When I've planned out what I want to do, and before I do that, let's take a look at this hero. I know I'm about to be in this fight. I can take a look, and it'll tell me, this is how I think the fight's going to end up.
Okay.
It's not actually going to be like this, but it's going to be something like this, because there's some randomization in
It's
it.
a little prediction of what might happen.
So this is my prediction. According to this, I am going to get my ass whipped, right? This guy's going to lose almost nobody. I'm going to lose a bunch of dudes. But just for the purposes of showing you the battle, I'll go through with it.
Let's do it.
In a real game, I wouldn't do this, right?
Okay, yeah.
But what I could do, by the way, is I've got these cards over here. And to make this battle go a little better for me, I can look at these different cards. The touch screen's not working, it would work over there. But I can drag these cards over here, and that will actually change what happens in the battle. This will increase my defensive abilities, for instance, right? So let's go ahead and end the turn. When the turn ends, now everybody's move is going to resolve, right? So I just got my special abilities added to me. He moved over there, they moved over here. Now here's the battle screen for that one battle. Now notice, I can't do anything right now because I'm not playing right now. This is the resolution of what I planned.
Okay, so it's,
right? And the reason we do that is, I don't want to wait for everyone else to resolve their stuff, right? So while I'm watching this, actually the other players are watching their own battles happen, right? So it goes through it very quickly. So I didn't get my butt kicked quite as bad as I was worried that I would, but that's because I played the special card.
Right.
Now let's say I wanted to bring some more people down into this battle, right? I could go over to my castle, and here's all the heroes that are available to me, right? Okay. I can pick another one of those heroes. Let's say this little lizard dude, Cobbs. I like him, right? And he comes with some special units that come with him. He comes with he's especially strong at melee attacks, etc., right? So I'm going to awaken this guy. He shows up there. Now, he doesn't have enough units. Let's buy him some more units. So I can buy him some of these satyrs. I can buy him some of these treants. Right. Let's buy him a bunch of these, right? So now he's got kind of a badass army going on. Now you see I've just hit my stack limit. And what that means is I've got all of the units that I'm allowed to have right now. And that limit is set by how many of these little villages I have. So you'll see, let's see if anyone's built a village yet. It's still early in the game, so nobody's built any villages.
Well, needless to say, it's like there's a lot of levels of complexity underneath the game. I mean, it seems simple enough at first, but just showing the combat and then the building of the territories, the army management. A lot of hidden complexity under all of this.
What's nice about it is all there is to do is drag the armies around, right? So there's not like a lot of point and clicking, there's not a lot of messing around. It's very straightforward, simple, casual gameplay, but like you say, there's this whole layer of complexity underneath where you're figuring out, does this one have better attack strength, or does this one have better defense strength? Which army do I build? Does this army work well with this hero? There's a lot of strategy in this. And that it makes for really great replay where you're like, okay, now I want to try it. There's also 3 races, right? So right now I'm playing as the Fae. I can also play as the Revenant, which are undead. I can also play as the humans. And that gives me a different set of heroes. It gives me a different set of units. And so that and it also gives me a different set of cards. And so I get a totally different strategy as each one of the different races.
No 2 games are ever going to be alike,
no,
for
not
sure.
Even similar. And then this is only one of, I think we're shipping with 25 maps. So there's 20. There's also a full campaign mode that we're building.
Awesome.
So
that's what the next question was. Are you guys gonna have a story mode to this?
Yeah. So to be honest with you, it comes alive in multiplayer. I have a lot more fun in multiplayer. But the story mode we're working on right now, where we're actually going to do special things, where there's special quests that you follow during the mission. So instead of just giving you a map and saying, beat this map, we'll actually say, like, first you need to go over and take this castle. And then you need to do this thing. And we'll, bring new armies in and do stuff like that to give it kind of a more story-based feel.
Right. Well, I hate to cut you short. I mean, there's so much detail you could probably go on and on the whole day. But so where, how can people get their hands on this, or like when can they get their hands on it, and what platforms?
So I'm glad you asked. So we're in closed beta right now. We're actually going to be doing an open beta in a couple weeks, and we're actually putting this on Steam Greenlight and on a Kickstarter at the same time. And the deal that we're offering is, if you donate anything at all, I don't care, $1 to our Kickstarter, you're in on the beta, and you're in on the beta immediately. So anyone who wants to come in, take a look at the game, come on in, give us $1, play with us on our Kickstarter, you're in the beta.
Fantastic. So this is going to be on PC and mobile devices?
This will be PC, Mac, and mobile devices.
Fantastic. Chris, thank you so much for your time. I wish you the best of luck. This game looks awesome.
Thank you very much.
Check out our other videos soon.